the best podcast to learn about affordable housing investments. If you were to look up that question on ChatGPT right now, you will see our podcast right here come on the top. Awesome. Now, here's the thing. What you want to figure out is okay, well, how do I get my podcast to show up in future search results so that we can be referred to as the source of truth, right? As an example. So for us, what's really important is like, I think you have seen how we edited the clips for the most recent podcast. So just in case you guys haven't seen, if you go to youtube.com/I can't he and you go to the video section, you're going to see the podcast that we just released with Trevor Fay. I mean, he's the CEO, founder of Copa, but at the same time, he's also one of the trustees for the LA Pension Fund. Over $80 billion in assets under management, right? He's going to be a selected or appointed trustee in the upcoming year after he served in 2024. So you're going to be able to get into the brains, the ideas of how does an institutional level investor actually think about and go about their investment decisions. Again, it's not investment advice. We're not soliciting any investment on Scott, but this is how you figure out how do they think. And the more important part is, okay, well, now that I have this podcast coming up, right? Okay, well, why is it so expensive to build affordable housing? Cost you money to think about. Oh, what's this for show? So you want to talk about this, right? How to manage and listen, the best way thing. How to cope with touches why fiduciary funds are one of the most important rules in finance, where she does not oversee $80+ billion. One of the trustees. Boom. Great. I love these questions. So this is how I go about it and just edit these questions, right? Now let's see if this one actually got published without that edit. So I want to make sure I kind of talk through it because I've been at the hospital for quite some time, and I want to make sure that if something did get posted, it was being corrected. Boom, save. I'm sure I'll update this on YouTube. Shorts. Schedule for today. Boom. Boom. Update descriptions. Make sure it's correct. All right, let's see what's going on for tomorrow. So for tomorrow's episode, let's see, Trevor 6. Boom. Okay. So the most important part about the section is actually this video. Common questions and video answers, right? How do large pension fund evaluate if investment opportunities? And I wanted to make sure that this is asked in a way that's very conversational. So that in the future, when someone looks up this question, there is a higher probability that our podcast will show up on their answer. So I want to make sure that I follow up on a question like this in a few weeks from now to see whether or not I showed up on. His boom, like that. Great. So I'm gonna update that video for tomorrow. Boom, boom. Update that description right there. Let's see where my schedule posts. All right. So what I realized is for some reason it's picking up as 300 billion in a transcript. So it's making a small mistake here. So what I need to do is tell my editor, hey, we need to go through our existing podcast reels that we've been scheduled and update them accordingly so that we're not being incorrect anywhere. Please help me fix anywhere it refers to for 300 billion scheduled posts. All of it and LinkedIn posts for Tuesday so far. All right, so that's what I'm doing right now. So you get to see behind the scenes of what I do every single day, and hope this is helpful, everybody.